Mortal Kombat 1 has been out on the Nintendo Switch and other platforms now for about 4 months. In those 4 months, NRS has managed to break the entire game more than once. When Quan Chi released, the DEI devs, or whoever they got working on this game, messed it up so badly that whenever you loaded up Invasions mode, all of the unlockable costumes became available automatically to everyone. This caused NRS to shut the servers down for an entire 24 hours, if I remember correctly. So for a whole 24 hours, or however long it was, no one was able to play online in their mostly online fighting game that they paid $70 for, or 100 plus if they bought the premium edition and or the combat pack. But that was just one disaster. In addition to the servers getting shut down for a whole day, the online matchmaking also broke, causing matches to desynchronize constantly. So you can be having a match and all of a sudden you and your opponent are both kicked out of the match, or the match might never even begin. This can happen multiple times in a row. In fact, I've had up to 8 desynchronizations in a row. It really makes it difficult sometimes to want to keep playing the game, even though I do enjoy it when it works. NRS actually did release a patch to fix the desyncing problem, but the only thing is that this patch utterly failed to do the one thing that it was intended to do. Remember when I said I had 8 desyncs in a row? That happened after the patch that was supposed to fix the desyncing issue. On top of that, whether you can believe it or not, Mortal Kombat 1 has been in this state for over a month. All of that is in addition to the awful state that the Nintendo Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1 released in. They have improved that version greatly since then, so they should get credit for that, but that doesn't take away the other issues that Mortal Kombat 1 has in general. But beyond those glaring issues that make it almost impossible to enjoy the one thing that MK1 actually does really well, which is the gameplay, we have the very abysmal single player content. The story mode is decent, but you'll finish that in an afternoon. Invasions is the bulk of the single player content, and on paper, the idea of a chessboard map with a ton of unlockables and a bunch of mini games sounds very appealing, but the execution was where NRS screwed up, because this mode is not fun whatsoever. Seriously, it is not fun at all. Dealing with buffed up enemies who take forever to kill, that's not fun. Seriously, I can spend all day talking about just how bad Invasions is as a mode, but let's not do that. Let's move on. But if you do want my thoughts on Invasions, you can watch my review of Mortal Kombat 1, which should be linked up top. Beyond Invasions, we've got the ever-present and always horrible microtransactions. NetherRealm Studios actually thinks it's okay to charge $10 for a single skin with a few color variations. So for 7 skins, that's basically the cost of the base game itself. They even want to charge you $10 for voice lines. What I want to know is, who the hell is actually buying these things? Mortal Kombat 1 is a great but heavily flawed game, and that's without taking into account any of the major problems that it has. You add those onto the package though, and it becomes a game that is very, very hard to recommend, because the one thing that it does well has been broken for over a month now, and we still don't know when it's going to be fixed. There honestly does not seem to be any quality assurance going on, because if there was, how could they possibly have missed Invasions being broken when Quan Chi released? You know, how could they have missed that? How could they have missed the fact that desynchronizations were still happening even after they supposedly fixed it? It's like, did they not test it at all? It really seems like they don't even bother to test these things, and that is mind-boggling, because this is a AAA fighting game from one of the biggest fighting video game franchises ever made. So for it to have these sort of shortcomings is nothing short of astonishing. So can they save Mortal Kombat 1? I don't know the answer to that, but I think this game can have a long life as long as they fix the desynchronization problem. At its core, it's an online fighting game, and that's why the large majority of people bought it, so that they can fight online. So if at least that part of the game was done right, I think it could still stand alongside Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. But beyond the online casual and Combat League modes, there's really nothing else that's any good. On top of that, I think cameos gotta go, but that's another video in and of itself. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you think Mortal Kombat 1 is done? Have you stopped playing Mortal Kombat 1 ever since the desync problem started? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep bringing you more combo videos, online matches, and video game news. I'm Switchblade. Done.